Very good afternoon and welcome to day 8 of 7 Districts presents Emirates D50 powered by Fancode. 6 teams participating in this tournament, and for this day and night encounter it's Emirates Blues. They'll be taking on informed team Abu Dhabi. And if you talk about the points table, Abu Dhabi sitting at number 3 position, wherein Emirates Blues, they'll be looking to get few points and move the top of the table from that number 6 position, winning the toss and opting to bat first. Under this hot conditions, the temperatures hovering around 35 degrees Celsius. But the good news is wind blowing across the ground. It might give some relief for the players. The men in yellow, they are up against men in blue, Emirates Blues. A brave decision by the captain, keeping in mind it's a new surface, the match number 13, an all-important encounter between these two sides. To start the proceedings with the ball, it's talented right-arm, tall, fast bowler Zia Mukhtar getting ready. And talking about Blues, the non-striker, and it will be Shahrukh. Alongside him is we need to have a look at that striker, but as of now it's Asif Iqbal says play on. So runs in Zia for the first time in this game. Nicely bowled, good start, slight movement in the air for Zia. A very watchful let it go. All eyes will be on Rohan Mustafa. Looking in good form with the bat for Abu Dhabi. Shahrukh Ahmed and Hasnain Hassan, two openers for Emirates Blues. And to start the proceedings in the com box, joining me for the first time in this game, my co-commentator is Adil Khan. Very good afternoon, Adil.
Thank you, Mustafa. And it was good toss, brave decision by Emirates Blues to start with. And very no. Zia will be bowling his second ball. And excellent line outside off stump.
A good start by the fast bowler, sticking to that off stump channel. 3 in a row. In windy conditions with the new ball. As expected, there will be some movement for the fast bowlers. And good to see Abu Dhabi going with 2 slips. It's Rohan Mustafa and Zishan in the second slip.
This is played straight towards backward point. There's no run. Talking about Team Abu Dhabi, they have got likes of experience. Rohan Mustafa, Zia, Ali Abid, Nadeem.
Absolutely. Quite a few experienced players in this lineup of Abu Dhabi, and that might give them an edge in this game. So sticking to that off-stump channel, not at all in a hurry. Early days for Hasnain in this game. A lot depends on these two. They need to provide a good start. That to keeping in mind, Blues winning the toss and opting to bat first. I'm a bit surprised by that decision.
Yes, Mudassir, definitely. It's a bit surprising decision, but still as we saw yesterday, the ball was gripping in the surface, even in the under the lights. This time punch off the back foot and finding the gap. Ball runs into the boundary line for 4 runs.
Off the mark, Hasnain off the mark. Emirates Blues with that glorious boundary. Waited and waited. And nicely managed. Goes through the offside. And no chance for the fielders. Lightning quick outfield, no stopping. And ends with the 4. So 1 done, 4 for none. One gone, 4 for none. Shahrukh and Hasnain. Hasnain was off the mark in the previous over final delivery with that glorious back foot punch towards that offside. And to start the proceedings, in fact to start the second over, it's Rohan Mustafa, the experienced Rohan Mustafa. Oh, gentle medium pace. What a player, what a performer. You ask him to bowl with the new ball, he comes up with his gentle medium pace. You ask him to bowl in the middle overs, he comes with those quicker off-break deliveries. So, very talented and experienced Rohan Mustafa down in the jersey of Abu Dhabi.
Yes, complete package. This time drifting down the leg side, played towards fine leg, and the batsman will come for 1 run. Just talking about Rohan Mustafa, Mudassir, as you mentioned, he's a complete all-round package. If you see him bowling those medium pacers, off spin, and he's very quick in the fielding as well. And you ask him to open the inning in batting, he will do that as well for you. Bat at number 6, he can do anything for you. Look at that ball, moving in sharply, and the batsman had no clue about it.
It has been a day where keeper has been kept busy behind the stumps by the 2 bowlers of Abu Dhabi. Always looking for new challenges. Rohan Mustafa, never shy. Short run up, but still troubling the batters.
He has got that swing, big swing. It's swinging into the batsman. And the batsman is not taking any chances against the likes of Rohan Mustafa.
Adil, and one more thing, it's good to see he has that knack of moving the ball both the ways. He started with a couple of outswingers, and all of a sudden we are seeing the inward movement generated by Rohan Mustafa.
Yes, this time drifting down the leg side, and the ball is running towards the fence. Let's see if it has got... Oh, it's cut off by the fielder. The batsman will come back for 2 more runs.
Trying to come into the right hand batter, slight error and that extra movement. Couple of runs added to the total. So couple of runs in the shape of leg by. Very watchful, taking his own time, Hasnain. So just 3 runs from the first over of Rohan Mustafa. 2 done, 7 for none.
Middle. Leg.
So Zia will continue to bowl his second and the third over of this innings. Poor Poor delivery and nicely managed using those wrists. No chance for the fine leg fielder. The first boundary for Shah Rukh and more runs for Blues.
Just look at that ball drifting down the leg side. All the batsman had to do is get the bat in time and nicely flicked away towards the fine leg fence for 4 more runs.
An ideal start, keeping in mind 2 slips in position and you're bowling on that middle hand leg, asking for the punishment here, Zia Mukhtar.
This time wide outside off stump. Zia will have to come back strong and he has to maintain his line, that off stump channel.
Trying to come towards that off stick line, way outside the off stump, and the captain is not impressed by Zia Mukhtar. Rohan Mustafa straight away removing that second slip. Zishan has been forced to move to that short square leg region. Final leg fielders has been adjusted a bit finer. Some sharp bounce is much better. But with the new ball, especially keeping in mind this is new surface, Adil, I expect the fast bowlers to bowl at the right channel and create an opportunity. It's all about the early momentum for both the sides.
Yes, Mudassir, definitely the bowler has to stick to his line. The bounce he's getting from the new wickets is exceptional. The ball is carrying to the keeper as we saw in the previous ball. This one hurried on to the batsman and the batsman had no clue.
Indeed. As a fast bowler, if you can put that extra effort and hit the deck hard, yes, you might get some purchase from the surface. And as we all know, Zia Mukhtar, he takes some time to just come into his own groove, into his second over, and I expect him to generate some serious pace on the surface.
Yes, definitely, Mudassir. Talking about Zia is exceptional. In the past we have seen him. He takes his time, but once he gets his rhythm right, he's lethal with his bowling.
Taken! A poor shot selection. Ordinary piece of batting by Shah Rukh. An ordinary delivery, but ordinary delivery gets Zia Mukhtar his first wicket of this game.
Look at that ball, full on off stump channel, just guiding it into the hands of experienced Rohan Mustafa, who is the ex-super fielder, and Shah Rukh has to take a long walk back after scoring 5 of 6 balls, and Emirates Blues losing their first wicket. The new man in is Ahmad Tariq. What a superb talent he is. And yesterday he was unlucky. Got out early after scoring 11 runs.
At the fall of Shah Rukh, in comes the talented right-hand batter Ahmad Tariq. This is what we expect from Zia Mukhtar, and good to see, good captaincy I would say. After those 2 wayward deliveries, he opted to remove that second slip. And sometimes as a captain you need to have a few words with the bowlers that might help the bowlers to get back into their confidence, to get back into their rhythm, and that is what we have witnessed. Rohan Mustafa leading the side of Abu Dhabi, a true champion, a true leader.
Yes, rightly said, Mudassir. Will come back to that when we And this time he gets the outside edge, ball running away towards third man fence. And there's 1 run. At the end of over number 2, that's the end of over number 2.
Thirteen for the loss of 1. Blues have already lost Shahrukh. The gentle medium pace of Rohan Mustafa will continue from commentary box, and oh, look at that movement. Very watchful Ahmed Tariq, and good to see. He's not trying to force his shots. Early days in this game for young Tariq. It's a 50 over format, and even in 10 overs, if they can get 30-35 odd runs without losing any more wicket, I think they'll take those runs in the first 10. And a lot depends on this pair for Blues, Adil.
Yeah, a lot of things depending on this pair, as you mentioned. Talking about Rohan Mustafa, as you see him enjoying his bowling there, he's one cricketer who enjoys his cricket and gets the maximum out of his abilities. And you see the bowling of Rohan Mustafa, it's shaping into the right hander, and that's making Ahmed Tariq is not in control. And he's been phenomenal till now, Rohan Mustafa.
3 dot deliveries in a row in this over. The story remains the same as we have seen in the first over of Rohan Mustafa. Couple of outswingers, then couple of incoming deliveries. Not expressed with the pace, but that experience of Rohan Mustafa is creating some problem for Ahmed Tariq.
Yes, Mudassir, that's the 5th dot on the trot. You know, sometimes the medium pacers with their swings, they make the life of the batsman more difficult, as most of the openers, they are used to playing the fast bowlers. And now you can see Ahmed Tariq is struggling to find the middle of the bat.
Way down the leg. A run has been added in the shape of extra wide. An all important tournament for all these players. At D50, as we all know, if you get those runs, if you perform for your team, you can get a chance to represent the UAE national side. We'll come back to this conversation in the next over. 4 overs gone, 14 for the loss of 1. So 4 overs, 14 for 1. So sticking with the fast bowler. Excellent conditions, especially keeping in mind it's a day and night game. Temperatures around 34, 35, and these players are used to this kind of weather here.
Yes, Mudassir, they are used to this kind of weather. But the good news is the wind blowing across the ground, and that's making, the temperature looks good. And meanwhile, what a ball by Zia. Bowled him, chopped onto the stumps. This time, Hasnain couldn't manage.
Caught in two minds. This is what happened when you are too defensive Yet again, would say a poor shot selection, but full marks should be given to Zia Mukhtar for sticking to that off-stump line. Ordinary stuff. Inside edge onto the stumps. So both the openers back in the hut. Zia strikes for the second time in this game. Emirates Blues, they have lost Hasnain at the score of 14.
तू तो सालों से अनफिट ही है सिलेक्शन मिडिल
The trouble continues for Emirates Blues. 2 wickets down. Zia having a wonderful day with the ball here. It's Nasir Faraz, the new batter on strike. Straight away off the mark with that gentle push towards the third man region, opening the face of the blade. 2 openers back in the hut. Ordinary shot selection that resulted in the fall of Shah Rukh and now Hasnain.
Yes, Mudassir, and changing the opening combination of Emirates Blues today. Yesterday it was Taimur and Fahad Nawaz who opened the inning. Today we saw 2 new openers but couldn't contribute to the goodness of the team. And this time ball shaping away again, a loud shout. Turned down by the umpire. I think it was the sound of the bat hitting the surface.
They're excited. I think the bat hitting the turf there. The keeper, the slip, the bowler, they were all excited. But what matters, the decision of Asif Iqbal. A very good decision. It was a close call, keeping in mind Rohan Mustafa and the keeper. Both were convinced there was some bat involved. Extra bounce. Just could not make out what was the reason behind winning the toss and opting to bat first, especially under the lights. We all know, especially in April, May, June, it's really tough for the bowlers to grip the ball, keeping in mind the conditions. It will be very humid as well as the dew coming in. So they need to put some runs on the board to give something for the bowlers in the second innings.
Yes, definitely, Mudassir. But as we have seen earlier, at the end of over number 5, Emirates Blues are 15 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Right arm over.
Rohan Mustafa making sure to keep the things tight from the other end. Zia Mukhtar getting those couple of wickets. 15 for the loss of 2. Flick of the wrist, nicely managed. There is a protection in the deep. So 2 right-hand batters out there in the middle, Ahmad Tariq and Nasir Faraz. And earlier we were talking about this, the importance of this tournament, Adil. This is a platform provided by Emirates Cricket Board, wherein if you can get those runs, if you can get those wickets, so definitely you'll get an opportunity to make it into the camp of UAE side. And for the past 4 or 5 years, D series played an important role in the life of all these players.
Yes, Mudassir, as you said, these D50 tournaments, they are very important. As we have seen, meanwhile the batsman has come back for double. As we have seen, the likes of Rohan and all experienced players are contributing into this tournament. And this is the highest level tournament in UAE. This time again drifting down the leg side and wide given by the umpire, rightly so.
I still remember the first D10 which was played way back in 2020. We have seen the rise of Mohammad Wasim Ali Shan Sharfu from the tournament. And Mohammad Wasim has shown the world his class. Oh, what a bumper. Testing times. Short run up. But hitting the deck hard. Surprised Ahmed Tariq with the bouncer.
This ball hurried on to the Ahmed Tariq and he was not having any answer to that.
I'm loving this. What a contest between bat and ball. Testing times for young Ahmed Tariq.
Yes, Rohan is making his life difficult. He's been economical. He's bowling at 115 clicks, Mudassir. And he's into his third over. He has only given away 6 runs.
Nicely managed. Some runs in that over of Rohan Mustafa. Ahmed and Nasir taking their own time. 6 overs gone, 20 for the loss of 2. $20 for the loss of 2. 6 overs gone. Zia will continue from far end. He's learning the trade from his captain in the previous over. We have seen Rohan Mustafa trying that bumper. Now Zia Mukhtar forcing Ahmed Tariq on the back foot. He's such a talented batter, Ahmed Tariq. Just a matter of time. If he gets a couple of boundaries, he'll get into his own groove here. Ahmed, 17 balls for just 4 runs.
Yes, Mudassir, this was well-directed bouncer. And talking about Ahmed, Ahmed is usually kind of a batsman who takes his time, and once he gets settled into the wicket, then he goes for his shot. Meanwhile, it's a wide wayward delivery outside off stump given wide by the umpire. Yes, we come back to Ahmed. He takes his time, and then once he settles in, he goes for those big scoring games, big score runs, as we saw the game against Sharjah, where his team was in all sorts of trouble, 36 for 5, and from there on he made 98 runs. He was unlucky, didn't get the century.
A lot is expected from Ahmed Tariq after losing those couple of wickets. Good to see that judicious leave outside the off stump, not trying to go after the ball. And if you talk about the youngsters' technique, 2 players who are very impressive. One is Ahmed Tariq, the other one is Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, who has got a brilliant 100 previous day. Technically very sound, because in associate nations we always talk about shorter formats, T20 format, T10, 50 overs, and you're adapting to that kind of game. It clearly shows the basics are right for Ahmed Tariq.
This time wayward delivery outside off stump and it's given wide by the umpire. Zia Rahman has to come back strong with his bowling. His line and length has been a problem for him. And you see the captain is not at all happy with him.
Back to back wides by Zia. Can we expect an in swinger from Zia? Can he surprise Ahmed Tariq? A bit fuller. Sometimes I feel when there is an opportunity, you need to play your shots freely. You cannot be too defensive. Being too defensive resulted in the fall of Hasnain early in this innings.
Yes, rightly said, Mudassir. As a batsman, you get under pressure. As like you can't afford to lose those wickets, and you don't have enough. In this kind of format, you have enough time. You can take your time and then go for the shots. And Ahmed Tariq is one sensible batsman, and he's stylish as well. He takes his time and then goes for after the bowlers.
He knows the importance of his stay. Ahmed, technically very sound batter, especially when it comes to the longer format. He knows how to get those big runs for his team. Got a brilliant 98 early in this tournament. Yet again, not trying out too many things here. Ahmed, happy as of now playing those dot deliveries. It's a time for these two batters to survive for a couple of more overs. It will be interesting to see when the spinners will be introduced by Rohan Mustafa.
I don't think so. It's going to be early as you expect. As the fast bowlers, they're bowling blazing, and there is some good purchase out of that surface. The ball is bouncing sharply, and there's a good bounce and carry to the keeper. At the end of over number 7, Emirates Blues are 22 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's going to be Rohan to continue. And nicely played there by Nasser. Look at that ball coming in sharply. And Rohan is one man who challenges the batsman. Look at him with some whispering some words to the batsman. He's one character who likes some challenges, and he challenges the batsman while bowling. And when he's batting, he's not quite as well done. This is the right time to introduce my co-commentator, Mr. Rizwan.
Thank you very much, Adil. It's been a sedate start for Team Emirates Blues, winning the toss, opting to bowl first. They've been put on the back foot right from the ball one. Zia Mukhtar picking up 2 wickets and Rohan Mustafa creating that pressure from the other end.
Yes, Rizwan, things are not looking easy for Emirates Blues. The man in yellow are making it sure they pick up early wickets, and they are still looking for those wickets as well.
He's got a wideish, a deep third outside the 30-yard circle and a long leg and a packed offside field. Bumper clears the inner circle comfortably. Nasir Faraz gets his first boundary. There was a lot of communication between these two, Rohan Mustafa and Nasir Faraz, and finally Nasir Faraz gets the sweet spot of the bat.
Look at that ball, trying him with the short delivery, and it was way too back pitched and easily played there by Faraz. Pulled it towards square leg fence for 4.
Top edge, and will find the fence. 2 back-to-back boundaries on the trot for Team Emirates Blues. This was a shorter one yet again, but with on offer, and all he had to do that play that uppercut. 8 gone, 31 for 2.
Change in bowling, man. Change in bowling.
Change in the bowling. Zia Mukhtar has been rested, and it has been the responsibility has been given to Basil Hamid, a prolific right arm spinner. It'll be interesting to see how he will plan himself in the power play up against Ahmed Tariq. Ahmed Tariq has done all the good work. He's played the difficult bowlers, and now it's time for him to ensure they got to score about 5 to 6 runs and over from here on.
Yes, as you mentioned, Rizwan, the way Ahmed has survived the initial burst from the fast bowlers, this time bowling in his arc, played uppishly over the long off for the maximum.
That's the beauty of Nasir Faraz. We've seen in the previous over as well. This was in the slot, and he timed it to perfection. Very good looking shot from Nasir Faraz, and he is looking for a good total today. You just have to make sure he's there till the end for his team. Just ensure that's the best approach. You've got a maximum, you pick up a single.
Yes, that's the basic of the cricket. Hit a boundary, get to the non-striker, and rotate the strike. Talking about Basil, he's a well-experienced bowler who's always amongst the wickets and runs. What an all-rounder he is.
Has that missed it? Did he clean him up? Yes, he has. Well, for a second, we didn't know what was going on there. Basil Hamid using all his experience to get the better of Ahmed Tariq. What a delivery that was. Spun back in, and he's got the young man, Ahmed Tariq.
Look at that ball, Rizwan. The ball spun in sharply. There's a big purchase out of the wicket. And Ahmed Tariq walking back to the pavilion after scoring 5 of 24 balls.
Well, he did all the good work, but just could not survive against that delivery. That was a peach of a delivery from Basil Hamid. In comes the experienced Fahad Nawaz, who was part of the UAE team, who travelled to World Cup in 2022 to Australia. He does have a lot of experience, but has come in at a difficult situation. 3 wickets down already. Basil Hamid doing what he does the best. Look at that ball. This one spun away from the right hander. Well, I tell you what, Adil, if this is the case, if they can manage to pick up a couple of more wickets here, they're looking to bundle them out as quickly as possible. Quicker one, much better. Beautiful line from Basil Hamid. That will bring us to the end of the over. 9 gone, 39 for 3.
Batsman, bowling change. Left arm round.
Nadeem into the attack. That was a good delivery. This is excellent leadership skills from Rohan Mustafa. Immediately he saw the turn from the other end and he ensured he's taken a break and has got Nadeem as well alongside Basil Hamid.
Yes, that's a good change, as you mentioned, Rizwan. And straight away there is some turn in the turn on offer for Nadeem as well.
Well, I did have a look at the wicket. There's some cracks in some areas. If you're able to pitch in the right areas, you will definitely get that purchase off the surface. And Nasir Faraz will have to wear his thinking cap on and play his A game today.
As rightly said, Rizwan, as we see some good bowling there by Nadeem. He's making the life of the batsman difficult as he's spinning the ball both the ways. The armour is coming in and the ball which is spinning away from the right hander.
I would still prefer to have a leg slip in place. This is the time to attack. You have a new batter at the stumps. Fahad Nawaz just arrived, yet to get off the mark. Just create that pressure. It's your first 12 to 15 deliveries where you tend to find a way to pick wickets, and that's the best approach. Fahad Nawaz goes big. Rohan Mustafa backpedaling, and the ball will find the fence.
Yes, this time Nadeem carried away, bowling into the arc of the batsman. Look at that ball, just pitching it in the arc of Fahad Nawaz, who counter-attacks him over the long on. 1, 2, 3 bounces into the rope. And that's the end of over number 10, 44 for 3.
Captain, after 10.
Basil Hamid will continue. He's picked up a wicket. Gave away those 8 runs, but doesn't matter as long as he's got that big wicket off Ahmed Tariq. Nasir Faraz 18 or 15 for him. He'll have to be watchful. As we can see, the ball is turning on that particular track, and the men in yellow have done fantastic job so far, picking up those 3 wickets in the power play, trying to slice that through the offside. No connection made.
Yes, this ball, as you said, this ball was spun away from the right hander. We call it Dusra. And as we see, the pitch is helping those spinners. There's a sharp bounce, there's a turn into the pitch.
This is a good shot. Marginally short on that occasion. He wouldn't get a boundary, but they scamper through for a couple of runs.
He's short of length delivery this time, and Nasser Faraz played it with ease. And definitely, Team Abu Dhabi is on top, and they're looking to get some more wickets and finish the game. This time, bowling him in is on arc. And the batsman played towards mid-wicket. The ball is running away towards the fence. 4 more runs.
That's optimistic from Nasser Faraz. Counter-attacking. And he just ensured, didn't quite time it really well, but it had enough legs to reach the boundary fence. Well, they're trying to stitch up a partnership, and that's exactly what they need when the top order has failed miserably. The likes of Shahrukh, Hasnain, Hassan, Ahmad Tariq. Now it's up to these two senior statesmen. Well, it's knocked him over. He's played on, is it? Basil Hamid is having a ball of a time in the centre.
Look at that ball. Rizwan, what a comeback delivery this time by Basil. And hits the timber. That's the second wicket for him and the fourth wicket for Emirates Blues. Nasser Faraz walking back after scoring 24 runs of 19 balls.
ओ मेरा भाई आ गया यार
Look at the delivery. Sharp turn, and Nasser Farad played on. And in comes another batter who's done well in the series so far, Zaman Khan. Adil, tell us more about him.
या भाई
He's straight away off the mark. Talking about Zaman Khan, he's a centurion in the match against Sharjah, where his team was down and out, 36 for 5. He walks in Zaman Khan and scored a century.
It was a good century from Zaman. A lot would rely upon him. Another good delivery. Fahad Nawaz taking his time at the centre, and he can afford to do so when they're 4 wickets down. We're just into the 11th over. 11th done and dusted. 52 for 4. Nadeem will continue. I like the approach. I would still fancy to have a slip in place against Fahad Nawaz. Oh, that was a good delivery. That was a brilliant delivery from Nadeem.
Very well bowled there by Nadeem. The ball is spinning away. There is some purchase. There's a big purchase in this wicket. And as you mentioned, Rizwan, straight away the bowler has brought in the slip.
Tossed up. But this time he doesn't decide to go after the bowler. He'll just be played along the carpet for a single. Now this will be an interesting contest. Nadeem against Zaman Khan. Zaman likes that pace on offer. Not a great player of a spinner, but it'll be a testing time for him. And I'm quite happy with the field that Rohan Mustafa has set up. He's got a packed offside field in place for him. Oh, there you go. He's enticing Zaman to play towards that extra cover region. He does not have any protection. And in the process, there could be an outside edge.
Well ball, well ball.
A good delivery.
As you mentioned, packed outside field. There's covers for him, and he's enticing him to play that shot, which Zaman Khan is not used to playing.
That's the line.
Well, is one such player who likes to go big. He cannot control that emotion of hitting that ball, and I think he's just trying to control himself as much as possible, given the number of wickets they've lost, and in the process they pick up a couple of runs quite comfortably.
At the end of over number 12, Emirates Blues are 55 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's going to Basel to continue. He has got 2 wickets in 2 overs. He's been a bit expensive, but most important, he has got 2 wickets.
Look at that turn, Adil. Look at that turn. Tough conditions for batters. Not easy. And Basil Hamid is certainly having a good time out in the centre. Tossed up. He survives. How did it miss the furniture? Fahad Nawaz cannot believe it.
That was lucky chance for Fahad Nawaz. It didn't hit the timber.
This ball exceptionally well. 69 kilometers per hour that delivery was. Opportunity. Oh, what have you done? Nadeem was it. And the ball is trickling away towards the boundary ropes. And with the lack of pace, it holds on. 3 runs added to the tally. That was an opportunity, Adil.
Yes, that was an opportunity going down, bagging down, and I think Nadeem is not the quickest of the fielders. Should be fielding in that slip cordon.
And immediately you can see they've got a change of fielder, and that's the right approach. You need to have your gun fielder in the slip cordon. Wahab. Good delivery. Absolutely magnificent. You have to be spot on and switched on with your batting when the ball is turning so sharply. Another good one.
You cannot have that lazy approach in the field, even if you are in whatever condition of the game you are in.
Huge appeal. The finger does not go up. Could be the height factor. And the spinners of Team Abu Dhabi are rushing things through. 13 gone, 58 for 4. Nadeem to continue.
That's the line, well ball.
Good solid defense from Fahad Nawaz.
Shiva. Well ball in, buddy. Well ball in.
Making it easy. Fahad Nawaz making it look so easy. Basil is turning brilliantly. It's been a replica of bowling ball 1, 2 and 3.
Yes, Rizwan is not getting that sharp turn which Basil can extract from the other end, and he's mixing it up, bowling those armors and the one which leaves the batsman. Look at that one, and this time played over long off for a single.
They've got to stitch up a partnership here, both the batters. 4 wickets already down. There's an outside edge, is it? Umpire's unmoved. The keeper cannot believe it. 14 gone, 59 for 4.
Look at that, the ball leaving the batsman. The keeper was excited for no reason.
Fourteen gone, 59 for 4. Fahad 10 of 14. Another brilliant delivery. Is caught in two minds there, Fahad Nawaz. And Basil Hamid, what an outing he's had so far. Picked up Ahmed Tariq. Another wicket, 2 wickets to him.
Well ball, Basu.
And is keeping things absolutely magnificent. Ahmed Tariq and Nasir Faraz, the victims of Basil Hamid, is making the ball do the talking. Half tracker meant to be punished, and it has been punished. That will give him a world of confidence for Fahad Nawaz. But knowing Basil Hamid, he likes to take that challenge head on. Marginally short, and look at that connection. Wonderfully played towards the deep square leg region for a maximum. The ball has travelled to the neighbouring oval. The umpires will have a check and will continue. Good to have the slip in place. Can expect that outside edge with the way the ball is angling into the batter. Good delivery. And the right approach from Fahad Nawaz. He's got that maximum. You don't need to do anything silly. Another brilliant delivery away from the off-stump channel. He cannot believe it, Basil Hamid. Look at that sharp turn, angling into the batter. Absolutely magnificent. Another quicker one, arm delivery from Basil Hamid. And a wayward throw would not hurt them much. 15 gone, 66 for 4. And Fahad Nawaz will retain strike. Continuing what he does, Fahad Nawaz has got a slip, backward point, short cover, straight down the ground. This is an opportunity. Will Vishal take it? Yes, he holds on to it. Nadeem provides a breakthrough. And another one bites the dust, and that is a very important wicket. It's Fahad Nawaz. He timed it well, just did not get the connection right, and straight into the hands of Vishal. And Emirates Blues are in all sorts of trouble. Fahad departs after scoring 17 of 22 deliveries, a maximum on a boundary for him, striking at 77.27.
Come on, better. 15.5 overs, 15.2 overs, I beg your pardon, and half of the team back into the hut. 66 for 5. And another new batter walks out to the center. Suleiman. This is very good captaincy, I must say, from Rohan Mustafa. He's attacking the batters and he's been successful by picking up those wickets at regular intervals. I think it's the inside edge. And it's perfect time for me to introduce you to my co-commentator who's had a short little breather. Welcome back, Mudassir Ali.
Thank you, Rizwan. As of now, Abu Dhabi, they have that upper hand, but never praise the bowler or the team. This is what happens. Very next ball, down the leg, and we need to wait for the confirmation whether it's a wide or a leg by. I think a couple of runs in the shape of leg by. Both the spinners bowling in tandem and relentless with that flight. And also in the process forcing the batters to play those false shots. Driven nicely. Another successful over comes to an end. Nadeem getting his first wicket of this inning. 16 gone. Blues are in a bit of bother. 68-9 for the loss of 5.
Well, Basil Hamid to continue. 4 overs, 26 for 2. He's been slightly over that 6 runs mark, but I would not mind that. As he picked up 2 crucial wickets for his team, he's creating that pressure from one end, and at the same time, Nadeem joining the party by picking up the wicket of Fahad Nawaz, and they're attacking the field. Mudassir, this is a very good approach. I would still fancy to have a point fielder in place because he's enticing the batter to play him towards that offside, towards that point and cover region.
Oh, there you go, loud appeal. Is there an inside edge? I think Asif Iqbal thinks there's an inside edge. He's dejected Basil Hamid, but what a wonderful piece of bowling display by the off-break bowler.
Well, this is magnificent. It'll be interesting to see that replay. I thought he was gone for all money. Let's have a look at that. This is a previous one.
leaking runs, but what matters are those couple of wickets for Basil Hamid. And coming back to what you have said, not having that point fielder, in my opinion, Rizwan, by giving that vacant region, he's asking the batter to go towards that point region by playing the back foot shot. That might create an opportunity, but as of now, bit fuller. Variations are very key whenever Basil Hamid comes into attack.
Let's have a look at the delivery. I reckon that was close.
Oh, absolutely, I thought there was an inside edge, but Asif Iqbal thinks this is what I was talking about. No point fielder, he was forced to play that cut shot. Lucky escape. A good over, a maiden over by Basil Hamid. 17 gone, 69 for the loss of 5.
Wahab into the attack. This is a good move from the skipper Rohan Mustafa. Good delivery to start off with. If you look at the pitch map of where Nadeem and Basil Hamid have been bowling, they've been consistently bowling in that back of length area, enticing the batters to go after them, and in the process the sharp turn getting those wickets for them. So this is slightly away from that first slip, Mudassir Ali. So enticing the batters to go after Basil Hamid, and that element of pressure that is creating, getting those wickets for Basil.
Absolutely, especially when we talk about the longer format, it's all about the line and length for the bowlers. Good to see. A slip has been added by Rohan Mustafa, so he continues to attack. Impressed the way they bowl and impressed by that new haircut of Wahab.
Absolutely. It's been there with Team Abu Dhabi. In the slot, just did not get the connection right. Talking about the haircut, yes, probably will that fetch him some good wickets today? Time will tell. It's just the first over of Wahab. Another young left arm spinner. Trains and works alongside another prolific bowler Nabil Aziz. A shy at the stumps from Rohan Mustafa. Just didn't hit the timber. So these youngsters, I tell you what, Mudassir, that they are really working hard behind the scenes. A lot of work goes behind the scenes in the nets, bowling those regularly and doing a lot of training as well.
Oh, sharp turn to end his first over. Zaman and Suleiman trying to stitch a partnership for Emirates Blues. 18 gone, 73 for the loss of 5.
Good, solid forward defense straight to the fielder. It'll just be a single.
I always feel, Rizwan, it's good to try out new things. As we can see, Basil Hamid having that headband, looking like a Rambo.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Rambo almost had a wicket yet again, and look at that turn, absolutely magnificent. Well, he's making the ball do the talking.
A magician who says there is no life for off-break bowler in the modern day cricket. Learn from Basil Hamid. He knows how to trouble the batters. Sharp turn, caught in two minds, and recently has developed with Dusra also. That is the reason the batters were forced on the back foot. Have no clue.
Well, more often than not, if it's a day game, you tend to get the turn off the surface, and especially for a player of Basil Hamid's caliber, most of the matches happen during the nights, especially after that post 6 p.m. in the evening. So you don't get that turn off the surface. There's a lot of dew factor as well. That's where the importance of the off spinner misses.
Valid. Nicely said by you, Rizwan. And keeping in mind, they play a lot of cricket under the lights, and good to see they're adapting to the conditions quite well. So another tight over from Basel, going for just a single. 19 gone, 74 for the loss of 5.
Drinks after this or 19.
Wahab to continue. I would still fancy to have a leg slip in place against Suleiman. I still new to the crease. Just create that pressure. Look at that delivery. Absolutely magnificent. Sharp turn and attack the batter and create that doubt in mind. When you have those close and feel, you more often than not tend to make that mistake.
How about having a silly point or a short leg?
I wouldn't mind. Well, at this stage, I think it's alright to have this feel, but probably get in that leg slip as well.
Absolutely, get all the fielders close in. But who will be that brave person to come near to that short leg position and field? Quicker. Let it go this time. Suleiman taking his own time.
Well, using all his experience, a lot of credit must be given to Rohan Mustafa as well. He's marshaled his troops to perfection. He's got that attacking field. We've seen other matches. Teams have got those starts. They've picked up those wickets. When you picked up those wickets, you've got to attack. Keep attacking. That's the only way you will be able to get wickets. This is what Team Abu Dhabi has done today.
Absolutely, and this is where the leadership qualities comes into play. Wanted to drive. He thinks he has got his man Asif Iqbal. He'll be going upstairs. What a delivery. Invited Suleiman to go for the drive. Is he in control here, Rizwan?
Well, we'll have a look at that. Is it a call for stumping? I think is gone. The line belongs to the umpire. We'll have to wait for the umpire's decision though.
In a flash, remove those bails. Lightning quick. The man behind the stumps for Abu Dhabi. Wahab Hassan. What an over from the young lad. Still waiting for that confirmation. Now, the bails came out. I think it will be a very close call for the TV umpire.
It's been given. Brilliant work from Shehan. And he's got another breakthrough. And this time it is Wahab who picks up a wicket. And Team Emirates Blues are in all sorts of trouble. 20 gone, 74 for 6.
Wickets going down here. 20 overs, 74 for the loss of 6, and in comes the captain Rohan Mustafa. At this time, he'll be bowling those off break deliveries, thick outside edge. A slide comes into play from Wahab Hassan. Astute captaincy is one from Rohan Mustafa, and rightly said by you, marshalling his troops quite well, leading from the front. As a captain, you need to know how to rotate your bowlers, and he's doing an exceptionally good job.
Oh, absolutely. You need to have that peripheral vision, and he does that technically, understands the situation, knows how to get those wickets, and as he keeps attacking, he's picking up wickets at regular intervals. And the good thing is, everybody has contributed. We've seen Basel, we've seen Zia Mukhtar, we've seen Nadim, and Wahab also picking up a wicket.
Throughout this innings, the bowlers of Abu Dhabi, they are relentless, pulling those tight line and lengths. Especially the way they have adapted to the conditions. It clearly shows the amount of experience they have in their side, the likes of Basil, Rohan, Zia, Nadim, and upcoming left-arm orthodox Wahab. Not going for runs has been the key for Wahab. In the previous season also we have seen bowling few magical spells in D tournaments.
You're talking about the left arm spinners Wahab, Nabil Aziz, Simranjeet, who made his way towards the UAE national team. We'll talk more about it. 21 gone, 77 for 6. Right then, Wahab to continue into his third over. Just gets his willow in time there, Zaman. It's been a centurion in the series. But up against Team Abu Dhabi, the men in yellow, all over Team Emirates Blues.
Zaman taking his time. Now he has got experienced Murtaza alongside him out there in the middle. Already played 3 games in this tournament. Abu Dhabi winning couple of games and losing 1 game, so must-win game for them. And as of now, in control is Abu Dhabi. This is what we have seen throughout this day. What do you call this kind of delivery? Look at that sharp and extra bounce, extra turn.
Brilliant, absolutely magnificent. And I quite like the way, the speed he's bowling at as well, Mudassir Ali. And immediately you could see another slip in place.
We have seen turn, we have seen some extra bounce for the spinners. Very watchful, 2 slips in position. An astute captaincy from Rohan Mustafa. Making life uncomfortable for these batters.
Another peach of a delivery. And they pick up a single. And that will be the end of over number 22. 78 for 6.
How did that miss that off stick? A new surface. Winning the toss and opting to bat first. They have no clue, and this is the best way to release the pressure. The big man, Murtaza, the big heave towards that corner. The maximum, first maximum. Lead by Rohan Mustafa.
Well, that's exactly what Ghulam Murtaza is known for. He waited for those 7 deliveries and he said, I've had enough. Let me go after Rohan Mustafa. And this one was in the slot, didn't turn much, has got it to perfection. A mighty blow from Ghulam Murtaza. He will be going after Rohan Mustafa. Usually a very good player of the shortest format of the game, Ghulam Murtaza. He's got a defined role in Emirates Blues, but due to the wickets falling at quick intervals, he had to come in a bit early. Usually known as a finisher for his team. Has done a lot of good work in the UAE domestic circuit.
And the finger goes up. The champion strikes. Ghulam Murtaza got a maximum against Rohan Mustafa, but what a reply.
Well, that's the sweet way to answer. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Ghulam Murtaza had no answers to that question. And a finger goes up straight away. 7th wicket down for Team Emirates Blues. Wahab to continues, picked up a wicket. Everybody's picking up a cherry here. Team Abu Dhabi. Look at that turn, Mudassir Ali. It's a treat to watch the left arm spinner.
As of now, the spotlight is on Wahab Hassan. 2 slips. Getting the turn. I should talk to Wahab and get the contact of his barber. He has got that lovely haircut.
That's to do with the youngsters these days, trying new looks, and as we speak, it's played towards the backward point region. They pick up a couple of runs, but that was a big wicket. Mudassir Ali, Ghulam Murtaza, destructive hitter, power hitter, and Rohan Mustafa getting the better of him.
Losing his partners, Zaman. I would love to see my co-commentator Rizwan with that haircut.
Well, it suits for the slim guys like you, Mudassir Ali, not us. Tries to cut away. And this time around, the ball will find the fence.
A width offered. At last, waited and waited. A boundary from the blade of Zaman. Slowly the score moves to 91. 7 wickets down. How many more the last 3 batters can add for Emirates Blues? 6 runs so far in this over of Wahab.
Cleared it late. They've got a fielder in place. No damage done. 24 gone, 91 for 7.
Things not looking good for Emirates Blues. 91 for the loss of 7, 24 gone. Rohan will continue. But there will be a change in the commentary box. Joining me for the next set of overs is Adil Khan. Welcome back to the com box, Adil.
Thank you, Mudassir. And Emirates Blues looks in deep trouble. And meanwhile,
onto the back foot. Nicely managed. 4 runs off the mark, Asif. And 4 runs will be added to the total of Blues. 95 with that boundary. What a game we are witnessing. Abu Dhabi, they were asked to bowl first. And they are doing an excellent job. Read the conditions quite well, the captain. Started with fast bowlers. Then all of a sudden introduced the spinners. And forced the Emirates Blues on the back foot.
yes, Mudassir rightly said. As you mentioned, Rohan, he was bowling some of those straighter ones before. Meanwhile, it's chance going down, I guess.
Absolutely. There was an opportunity missed by the fielder at mid-on. Just losing his grip. The batter, so was the fielder. Just not able to hold on to it. Survives Asif. Allowed appeal, but Rohan thinks it's clearly going down that leg stick channel. So some runs in that over. So half of the overs gone in the first innings. 96 for the loss of 7. So Nadeem has been reintroduced. It has been a day where not only the fast bowlers but also the spinners, they are enjoying their outing. No love between bat and ball, Adil.
Yes, Mudassir, things looks very difficult for a batting side, and they are not able to convert those starts which they got, like Fahad Nawaz, Ahmad Tariq. They got settled and took their time, and then losing up their wickets.
In the air, what a good looking shot. Good connection between bat and ball. Slightly fuller, and Asif goes big. A maximum for Blues, and 100 comes up for Blues with that 6.
Yes, that's good counter attack from Asif. Ball was into his arc. He made sure he hit it out of the park for the maximum, straight as an arrow.
This is what is needed. Whenever you find this looseness, you need to go after the bowlers. those 7 wickets down. Good to see someone like Asif not afraid to take on Nadeem. Yes and no, but no chance for single there.
Sometimes this fearless cricket pays off. At the end of over number 26, 103 for 7.
How quickly he's changing his line and length. Rohan Mustafa. Bowling those quicker deliveries. Earlier we have seen he started with those gentle medium pace in the first spell, then came out to bowl those off-break deliveries. Such a special talent, experienced Rohan Mustafa. A true all-rounder. Applying themselves for Asif and Zaman. Plenty of overs for these two batters. Good use of the wrist, but play straight towards the fielder. Just when we were talking about the partnership between these two, Rohan Mustafa forced the batter to play yet again a false stroke. An ordinary shot and straight into the hands of Basil Hamid.
Again, Asif, who was looking fearless over there, has to depart. Who else? Rohan Mustafa has taken his wicket. Asif is scoring 12 or 15 balls, has to walk back to the pavilion. Emirates Blues looks in deep trouble. It's gonna be Mohsen to replace Asif and front foot. It's not moving. That's a good sign. At the end of over number 27, 103 for the loss of 8 wickets.
For the first time in the UA, you can measure your ball speed. Test your skills with our state-of-the-art speed radar. Are you ready to break records? Only at the 7 districts. Don't just play. Play fast.
Yes, nicely bowled there by Nadeem. Starting from the pavilion end. Zaman is the lone warrior. He has taken 32 balls, gets settled in, and he has scored only 14 runs. We'll have to wait and see when he goes all out at the bowlers.
The top order faltered for Blues, and as of now 8 wickets down, 103 on board. Go straight towards the bowler. Another chance put on. Tough chance for Nadeem. Now all eyes will be on Zaman here.
Look at that. The ball was straight in his arc. Played it straight. But Nadeem looks lazy in his approach. What do you say, Mudassir.
Slow reflex from Nadeem. He reacted a bit slow. I think especially on this track, if you want to sit, goes down the ground, you need to use your feet. This is what I was talking about. What a connection. Using the feet, shimmy down the track, 1 bounce, 4 runs.
As you mentioned, Mudassir, I think your voice is heard by the batsman. Immediately using his feet, coming down the wicket and playing it over mid-wicket region for 4 runs.
Always a good idea. You need to force the bowlers to change their line and length. So some runs in that over. 28 gone, 108 for the loss of 8.
It's going to be Rohan to continue, chopped it towards the backward point region. Will be fielded by the fielder, and the batsman will cross over for a single. And it will be Rohan to continue. Rohan is looking dangerous here. He's given away 32 runs and picked up 2 important wickets. Good contest between Rohan and Mohsen. And this time playing it towards square leg region and will be cut off by the fielder, and the batsman will come back for 2 more runs. I beg your pardon, it was Zaman who was on the strike. Sorry, it was Mohsen on strike, and the batsman crosses for a single.
Number 10 adding some runs for his team. 110 for the loss of 8. The scorecard not looking good for Blues. Again, big heave, some work for Zishan Abid in the deep. A long chase, and this time they'll get couple of runs. I think now they just need to attack couple of wickets, especially Zaman. If we can add 30-40 runs, 160 as we have seen last night, 168 was defended at this venue. So if you can add more 50-60 runs, yes, you can give something for your bowlers. Back cut, some bounce just going over Wahab. So 5 runs from that over of Rohan, 29 gone. It's 113 for the loss of 8. So Nadeem will continue. Nicely swept. A big vacant region towards that deep square leg. Fetches another boundary for Zaman. A good start to the over.
Yes, Zaman is looking all out now. He's going for the after the bowlers, and this time playing it to perfection. This to a square leg boundary for 4 runs, and lucky escape for the umpire there, Mudassir.
Oh, showing some great reflexes there, Asif Iqbal. Let it go. It's not only the players but also the umpires. They need to have that agility. He was in the radar. He was in the radar of Zaman. But good work by Asif Iqbal.
Yes, definitely some good reflexes, and the umpires has to be in, 100% concentration into the field. That's what's required.
A tough job, I would say. It's not easy to standing for 50 overs.
This time it was slower one in the air, and the batsman wanted to just nudge it towards leg side and cross over for a single, but denied there by the fielder. And it's going to be Nadeem to continue. It's nicely played on the leg stump. There's no run available. At the end of over number 30, 117 for 8.
He's getting ready to bowl his final over of the day. Rohan Mustafa. Shimmy down the track. Is there a chance for the fielder? And no mistake by Ali Abid. The number 10 trying to take on experienced Rohan Mustafa. He departs.
Look at that ball into his arc. The batsman walking down the track, playing it over long on, but unfortunately it went straight to the fielder. He makes no mistake, and number 10 gone for team Emirates Blues in shape of Mohsen after scoring 5 runs of 6 balls, and walks in is number 11 for Emirates Blues.
Number 11 walks in. Hunain. Mustafa into final over. Got 3 wickets going for 35 runs. What a tournament he is having. A true match winner. And it's always good to have someone like Rohan Mustafa on your side. And he cleans him up. The golden duck. He came in, Hunain, said hi, hello to everyone, and walks back. Rohan strikes for yet another time. 4th wicket for Rohan Mustafa. That's the end of Blues. Sharp turn, committed on the front foot. Big gap between pad and bat.
And unlucky for Zaman, who strand on the other end and saw all the wickets falling from the other end. And it was team Abu Dhabi dominating right from the word go. And now team Emirates Blues looks in all sorts of trouble. Happy looking side, the team in yellow.
What a performance we have seen from men in yellow. Abu Dhabi. On the ball one, they controlled this game. And it took just 31 overs for Abu Dhabi bowlers to get all those 10 wickets of Emirates Blues. Under clear skies, Blues opted to bat first. They were in deep trouble, losing Hasnain and Shahrukh early in the innings. The likes of Ahmad yet again not able to get runs. Nasir tried his best for his 24-17, added by Fahad. Zaman stayed not out, managing 23 or 45, but not getting that support from the other batters. And 10 extras helping Blues to get 117, and they were bundled out in 30.2 overs. It was a day where Adil, the bowlers, did a pretty good job.
Yes, starting from Zia, who was economical, 4 overs, 13 runs, took up 2 wickets. Basel, it was phenomenal, 6 overs, 27, picked up 2 wickets. Nadeem and Wahab picking 1 wicket each. But the best of the bowler is Rohan Mustafa, taking 4 wickets and given away only 35 runs.
Every bowler chipped in with wicket here. It has been a brilliant captaincy from Rohan. It all started with Zia Mukhtar. But first it was a boundary from the blade of Hasnain. They looked in control. Shah Rukh and
That's
Hasnain,
making,
they were
the temperature looks
very
good.
watchful. But then
And
this
we-
happened. A false stroke, which led to the fall of Hasnain. Then Basil was introduced. Straight away, he was taken out of the park. But what a reply by Basil. Nasser Faraz was the first scalp of Basil in today's game. And clearly, the day belongs to the spinners. Though they went for few runs, but they were able to strike at the right time. The likes of Murtuza, he tried his best getting after Rohan Mustafa. But what matters are those wickets going down at regular intervals. And they were never able to stitch a partnership. That has been a big problem for Emirates Blues in this game. Yet again, another batter trying to take on Rohan Mustafa. And the number 11, a golden duck for young Hunain. With that, the innings of Blues comes to an end. And all they could manage is 117. A good job done by the bowlers of Abu Dhabi, and it will be a tough task for Blues to defend that 117 in the second innings. Time to dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be chase on for Abu Dhabi. They'll be looking for a couple of points.
Right then, welcome back, cricket lovers. What an enthralling evening we've had. It was Team Emirates Blues who won the toss and they opted to bowl first. And Team Abu Dhabi, what an outing they've had. 117 is what they were bundled out for. Nasir Faraz was the only batter alongside Fahad Nawaz and Zaman, who chipped in with some runs. 24 of 19 for Nasir, 17 of 22 for Fahad Nawaz, and Zaman 23 of 45. In the end, they were bundled out for 117 runs in just 31st over. 10 extras added to the tally. Have a look at the bowling card as well shortly. Zia Mukhtar, 2 for 13. He started and provided that foundation for Team Abu Dhabi, picking up 2 crucial wickets at an economy of 3.25. And then Rohan Mustafa chipped in with 4 wickets to his name, just given away 35 runs. Basil Hamid picked up Nasir Faraz and Ahmed Tariq Nadeem as well, picking up a wicket, and Wahab also picking up 1. Brilliant overall bowling performance. It's a wicket which is turning out a little bit, and it's perfect time for me to introduce you to my co-commentator, Adil Khan. Adil Khan, welcome back. It's been a sorry outing for Team Emirates Blues. If they have to win this contest, they'll have to play out of their skin. The likes of Rohan Mustafa, Nadeem, Zishan Abid, they all can bat. They've got a very strong batting lineup. So it will be a test of time for Team Emirates Blues.
Thank you, Rizwan. As you mentioned, the batting lineup of Team Abu Dhabi, it's rock solid, and as we have seen earlier, previous day, the good comeback by Team Emirates Blues, the way they bowled yesterday, they were disciplined in fielding as well, and we'll have to wait and see what the game turned out to be. The game is not over, yet it's over, as we say in cricket.
Well, absolutely. It's not over until it's over. As the fielders make their way out to the center, it will be the in-form batter, skipper of Team Abu Dhabi, Rohan Mustafa, alongside Nadeem, who will be facing the tunes of the bowlers of Team Emirates Blues. It'll be interesting to see what will be the game plan. Will they start with spinners? Will they continue with the pacers? They've seen good amount of turn in the first innings, and as we see, it's Fahad Nawaz will be opening the bowling proceedings for Team Emirates Blues. There must be a plan in place, Adil Khan.
Yes, definitely. Yesterday, as we saw, Fahad Nawaz opening the bowling for Team Emirates Blues, but the gamble didn't pay off. Yesterday, he went for runs in his first over, given away 12 runs in his first over yesterday. Today, we'll have to wait and see. He'll be bowling to likes of Rohan Mustafa and Nadeem.
Well, looking at the field, he's got deep mid-wicket and a long on outside the 30-yard circle. And a packed offside field, point cover, extra cover, mid-off inside the circle. He's got a square leg in place and a short cover as well. Right then, umpire says it play. Fahad Nawaz with the first delivery. Starts off with a wide.
Yes, as you mentioned, Rizwan, we have deep mid-wicket and long on, and Rohan Mustafa is one man who likes to play it on the offside and most of the times cutting the ball.
Another wide. Not a good start for Team Emirates Blues. Fahad Nawaz trying to stay away from the hitting arc of Rohan Mustafa. He's been in sublime form with the bat, and today he's contributed with the ball as well.
Yes, Rizwan, this leg slip looks to me interested, as definitely there's some Someone behind the screen, side screen.
That will be re-bowled. Sweeps! And sweeps in style. That's the class of Rohan Mustafa.
This was the third ball on trot on the leg stump, and this time Rohan made it sure he connects well. One bounce into the fence for a boundary.
They're in a hurry. Slowly and steadily. 2 extras already of the over and a boundary. Change in field now. Long off has been moved towards the mid-wicket region, and there's got a deep square leg as well. Still bowling those angles between the drifting towards the leg side. Just be a single. This will be an interesting battle. Another destructive batter, Nadeem. Usually known for his ballistic hitting. And that's a no ball, is it? Yes, it is a no ball. Oh my goodness gracious me. What a time for Nadeem to free his arms. I reckon it's to do with the number of fielders inside the circle. And the team Emirates Blues are missing the plot here. Free hit, Nadeem. Connects but straight to the fielder. He does well to save that boundary.
Yes, some errors in the field. Look at that. This one played with power, but the good fielding stops a definite boundary over there. It was Asif who fielded that ball. The field is set for Rohan Mustafa again. We have a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. This time just taps it towards offside. There's no run.
9 runs already of the first 3 deliveries, and is bowling at about 68 clicks, 68 kilometers per hour. This is the beauty of this ground. You get those. Another sweep, but straight to the fielder. They've got the latest technology, speed radars in place. This one about 60 kilometers per hour. So mixing it up really well there, Fahad Nawaz, but it has been expensive.
Yes, being expensive. He's bowled those wides and a one short boundary, and this time lofted towards the square leg fence, and into the boundary it goes.
Is very good at finding those vacant areas, Rohan Mustafa. Another delivery, another one straying onto the pads, and he's picked it up really well actually. And another boundary added to the tally.
Fahad is looking something to bowl on the leg stump channel of Rohan Mustafa. We have seen him bowling on the leg stump. First he had leg gully as well. He definitely has some plan, but that's not working for him.
Well, if they score at this rate, they will chase this down in quick time. First over done and dusted, 13 for no loss.
For the first time in the UA, you can measure your ball speed. Test your skills with our state-of-the-art speed radar. Are you ready to break records? Only at the 7 districts. Don't just play, play fast.
It's going to be Mohsen. Will be bowling some fiery deliveries, and from the far end.
Straight up. Fielder backpedaling it. Will this be taken? And it has been taken. Hassan. It was not an easy one for Hassan. First delivery, Nadeem trying to up the ante. And a very good catch taken by Hasnain Hassan.
Excellent catch there by Hasnain Hassan. And Nadeem is walking back to the pavilion. He has to take that long walk back to the pavilion, just scoring 1 run of 2 balls.
कवर पे मारेगा ये रख रख के अली भाई तो नहीं रोकते बोल दो तो रोक लैंड दे
Ali Abid walks out to the center. Mohsin picking up a wicket of the first delivery. Nadeem was trying to go big off the first delivery. You might as well want to introspect initially if there's a seam movement on offer. And Mohammad Nadeem, we know he's a destructive batter. He just wanted to get those quick runs in the power play, just to get that net run rate up and running, and that could be the reason. And in the process, they've lost a wicket. Ali Abid will face Mohsin. Good delivery in the slot, but straight to the fielder. No, it has actually gone for a boundary.
Yes, a full length delivery outside off stump. Muscled it towards the fence, this time by Ali Abid into the cover region for 4 more runs.
What a way to start the innings. Stamping his authority in style, getting off the mark with a boundary. Ali Abid, we know he's a destructive batter. Well, the message is clear from the management. Score quick, just to make sure they get those benefit of the net run rate.
Rightly said, Rizwan. This team, Abu Dhabi, they looks in hurry to finish the game. And I think learning lesson from the previous game where Team Fujairah was taking the game easy and they were going deep into the game. Abu Dhabi is not going to take that risk. And in the end, the Team Fujairah was bowled out under 130 runs.
Rohan Mustafa lets that go. Introspecting the condition against Asima. Well, winning the toss, was a bit surprised that they opted to bowl first, Adil. You know, under the lights, it gets easier for the batters to bat. And they've responded to the call of the skipper, Team Abu Dhabi. They've bundled them out for 117 runs. And Rohan Mustafa picking up 4 wickets.
Yes, it was not a straightforward decision after winning the toss. Meanwhile, it's Mohsin who operates from the far end. Just a single there taken there by Rohan Mustafa. Mohsin is bowling with some pace up, 115 clicks.
Watchfully played. 2 gone, 19 for 1.
The wicket is not easy. Right arm round, sir. Right arm round bowling चाहिए. इधर है. नहीं.
Right. Fahad Nawaz was expensive in the first over. Straight away is bringing on Nasir Faraz. Another good spinner. But in the power play, is that a good move, Adil Khan?
We'll have to wait and see that, Rizwan. And once he operates, we'll have to wait and see how Rohan Mustafa plays him. Because it's going to be a good contest between Rohan and Nasir Faraz.
19 for 1 after 2. Good delivery, first up. Gets his bat just in time.
Some exchange of words between Rohan and Nasir.
Played it with soft hands. Just a single. Ali Abid, another batter who's usually called as Mr. Dependable of Team Abu Dhabi. He's been associated for Team Abu Dhabi for a very long time. Has played and scored consistently for Team Abu Dhabi.
Rightly said, Rizwan. He's one character who's been stuck to Abu Dhabi for years and years. A lone warrior, we can say him.
What do I? Yes.
There's a chance of run out and a good quick recovery by Rohan Mustafa.
Well, it's as we go by the basics, as we always say. Let's have a look at that run out. There was a yes and no between Rohan and Ali Abid. A shy at the stumps. He could have gone. You've got to come behind the stumps. You've got to collect it and then clear the stumps out. And on that occasion, just away behind the stumps was Nasir Faraz.
We'll have to wait and see that he had time to do that, coming behind the stumps.
Height factor. Umpire not interested, but he's able to get that turn off the surface. Let's have a look at the delivery. Yeah, sharp bit of turn there. Drifting down the leg side. Very good decision by the umpire. Short delivery, and he's been punished. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. That is a maximum. These two batters, anything marginally short or half trackers, they will cash on the opportunity. It's a mighty hit.
That was short of length delivery. Ali Abid, fearless cricketer, played it all the way in the air and gone for the maximum. At the end of over number 3, 26 for 1.
Charges down the wicket, hits the inner half of the bat, but will not find the fence. Well, this is exactly what I was talking about, the approach and the intent from the batters of Team Abu Dhabi. Look, you've got to have one of the batters taking that aggressor's role. I understand it's the longer format of the game, but Rohan Mustafa pretty much clear. They've lost the wicket of Mohammad Nadeem, but it doesn't bog them down. They're still adapting the aggressor's approach.
Certainly, Rizwan, that's what the approach of Team Abu Dhabi. They're not going to hold back and they're going to strike this premium strike bowlers of Team Emirates Blues. They are not taking anything. They're playing fearless cricket.
That was a brilliant delivery. 113 clicks was the previous one. The keeper's surprised. Shahrukh is surprised. Fahad Nawaz is. Let's have a look at that. Oh, good delivery. It brushed off the shirt there. And I think it's a very good call from the umpire.
Yes, Rizwan, spot on umpiring from Asif Iqbal, most experienced umpire in UAE circuit.
Oh, he survives there. It could have easily went on to hit the timber. Bit of words between the bowler and the batter. Rohan Mustafa having a good time.
Yes, Rizwan. Rohan is looking for some risky shots out there. He just need to get his eye in and then go for these shots.
He's got a boundary already against the spinner Nasir Faraz. Mohsin has done well, picked up a wicket as well of Mohammad Nadeem. Another brilliant delivery following the batter Rohan Mustafa's Mohsin. This is a good contest between these two, Mohsin and Rohan Mustafa, trying to get underneath the ball, looking for that mid-wicket region. Unsuccessful on that occasion.
Rohan is one interesting character. He's fighting with, chit-chatting with all the guys in the center. Even some exchange of words with the bowler as well.
Is represented at the highest level, has a lot of experience. Rohan Mustafa. Quick bumper, that will be a wide signal. The ball will not have enough legs to reach the boundary, and they pick up a couple of runs as well.
You see something about Rohan Mustafa. He is not letting any run go wasted. He's very good runner between the wicket. We are in over number 4th. The score is 31 for 1. This time drifting down the leg side. Wide given by the umpire.
.123 kph, that was just not in line.
Mohsen was expensive in the previous game as well when he played against Sharjah.
Yorker. Good delivery. Right on the money.
This time played with soft hand by Rohan Mustafa. Straight to the field that there is no run.
Got ample amount of time. The team Abu Dhabi, the man in yellow, they don't need to do anything silly. They've got a very strong batting lineup. The likes of Zishan Abed, Basil Hamid. They all can bat. And currently, this pair also looking good. Ali Abed was one delivery short of length. He's picked up a boundary in the previous over. Good delivery. Umpire unmoved. That will be end of over number 4. 32 for 1.
इधर ही रहना एक सही उधर तू उधर ले ले थर्ड में मोसी 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 इधर आना राइट ही है
Change in bowling. Fahad Nawaz comes into attack.
Well, he's given away 13 runs in the first over. He'll be up against Ali Abid, who also is a very good player of the spin. Straight down the ground, along the carpet, near the commentary box. Away she goes for a boundary.
This time bowling just short of length. Look at that ball. Just short of length. Ali Abid rocking back and playing it towards long off fence for 4 runs.
What a start to the over, especially when you get a boundary of the first over. You can look to score big off that particular over. Much better line. Angling into the right-hander Ali Abid. That was a brilliant delivery.
It's going to be Fahad Nawaz to continue. Nicely bowled there by Fahad Nawaz. And there's no run.
80 kilometers per hour. He's mixing up his pace 60, 68 and 80. Cut away, but straight to the fielder. Just could not find the gap between the point and cover fielder there.
Ali Abid wants to finish the game as early as possible. He's looking for those boundaries. This was nicely bowled.
Respecting the good deliveries, Ali Abid. Many a times he's been the match winner for the team Abu Dhabi. Straight back to the bowler. 5 done, 36 for 1. Right, then Mohsin to continue. 2 overs, picked up a wicket, gave away 12 runs. Long leg, deep third, typical fast bowler's field for Mohsin. He did trouble Rohan Mustafa earlier on in the previous over, but I expect this to be a good contest. So far, it has been 3-1. 3 to Mohsin and 1 to Rohan Mustafa. Because he's challenging the batter. He's following the batter. He's not giving any room whatsoever.
Yes, Rohan is trying to make room for himself. And we all know he's very good cutter of the ball. He likes to play those shots over point and gully region. And he's looking for the width outside off stump.
Another brilliant delivery. Well, he's certainly testing Rohan Mustafa there. Look at that. A quick bumper. I quite like the run-up of Mohsin and the jump which is actually enabling him to produce that extra pace. And so far he's done well, Adil.
Yes, so far so good. Rizwan. It's been spot on. He's playing with the temperament of Rohan Mustafa, who is charging him and wants to make some room outside off stump. And this time drifting down the leg side, wide given by the umpire.
Mohsin feels it brushed off his thigh.
It was away from the batter. Another extra added to the tally.
This time, Rohan Mustafa doing the smart thing, just getting out of the length of the ball, line of the ball, and just lets it go to the keeper.
Nicely played. It was a brilliant delivery. He's hitting the deck really hard. And we've seen this over past couple of days as well. If you hit the right areas, there's that purchase that you get off the surface, and the lights have taken its full capacity. So you expect the ball to skid through as well.
Well, if you notice, Rizwan, the team Emirates Blues have done their homework well. They are restricting the Rohan Mustafa onto the leg stump. They have not given him any room outside off stump or to free his arm.
It's pulled away, but they've got protection in place there. They have been consistently targeting that leg stump. Ali Abid will be on strike.
This will be good contest to see between Ali Abid and Mohsen, because Ali Abid likes some pace on the ball and Mohsen is generating some pace.
And is mixing it up really well. Mohsen into the 6th over. Run rate is over 6 runs and over. Small target. We know small targets can be deceptive. Respecting that good delivery. That's a beautiful line. There was width on offer. Ali Abid decides to hold back.
Yes, outside off stump, good line delivery, left alone to the keeper. That's good decision by Ali Abid not to touch those fiery deliveries.
End of 6, 38 for 1.
टॉप ओवर बचा रख रहे स्लिप बादी
Suleiman has been given the responsibility to bowl. Adil, tell us about him.
Yesterday he was phenomenal, and he's the man who took 2 wickets yesterday, and he's the one who usually gets the ball into the right hander, and occasionally he moves it away from the right hander.
Slow one to begin with. A couple of slips in place. This is a good contest. And that was bowled at about 108 kph.
Young lad and bowling at that pace is good sign. And he's just 17 years of age.
17. And playing one of the biggest tournaments in the UAE. The top-notch tournament, Emirates D50. Played it late. Played it straight to the fielder. Well, they're just taking a time initially now, Adil. The ball is not coming onto the bat as expected. It's slowing her up a little bit here. It's holding up slightly.
Yes, well noticed, Rizwan. The ball is holding up in the surface and it's not making for the batsman to play it freely as Rohan was trying to do so in the previous over as well. This time jumping onto the opportunity, playing it straight as an arrow into the boundary, 4 more runs.
They said, I've had enough now. Let me break the shackles. Walks down the wicket. He's tried that with Mohsin. Did not succeed. But with Suleiman, it's got one bounce into the fence. He's certainly breaking loose now, Rohan Mustafa. You cannot keep him inside the shell for a long time. He is a very good cricketer. Likes to take the challenge head on. Well, this is a top edge, but falls safe, and the ball will trickle away towards the boundary fence. 2 back-to-back boundaries, lucky for Rohan, unlucky for Suleiman.
What they say is when you're going hard at it, and that's a lucky chance for Rohan Mustafa, taking the outside edge, aerial route, and ball into the boundary.
But this is good. The senior statesman, Ghulam Murtaza, quickly walking down and having a quick chat with Suleiman, just giving him some tips on how to get the big man out. This is a beautiful delivery. A good Yorker after being hit for 2 boundaries on the trot.
That was a good comeback delivery by Suleiman Haider. And equally respectedly played by Rohan Mustafa.
Another good shot. What a connection he's made there. Walking down the wicket yet again. And he's done that on numerous occasions today. Rohan Mustafa. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. And I reckon that's going to be a maximum. And the moment it has hit the willow Adil Khan, it was sailing over the boundary ropes.
Yes, it's a big hit by Rohan Mustafa. At the end of number 7, Abu Dhabi are 52 for the loss of 1 wicket.
ये तो परफेक्ट साइज है यार. कौन से लार्ज है ना? स्टैंडर्ड साइज. वही लार्ज है. सालू आज तक नहीं पता लग गया. आशा वादी भाई. रोली भाई मोहसिन को सिंगल है. मखदूम में सिंगल की आवाज.
Fahad will continue. Was expensive in the first one, but came back strong in the second one. Ali Abed, the best thing for him to do would be to feed the strike to the batter in form.
Batter in form and looking dangerous. Attacking the bowlers all around the corners. He's not holding up. He's playing some fearless cricket.
Well, he certainly is. Played off the back foot. Rohan Mustafa was struggling a little bit against Mohsin. Suleiman Haider came onward, he took him to the cleaners. Fahad was expensive in the first over against Rohan. Well, this will be a good contest. Change of ends for Fahad. Will that bring a change of luck for Team Emirates Blues?
We'll have to wait and see that. And Fahad is looking for a wicket. This time played it towards square leg for the maximum.
It was in the slot of Rohan Mustafa, feeding him that delivery, and he pounces on his, continuing his good form. Rohan Mustafa, look at that shot. Brilliant connection yet again. Another maximum added to the tally. Straight down the ground. Just be a single.
Rohan Mustafa is looking dangerous for Team Emirates Blues. If he bats 4 or 5 overs more, the game is taken away from them. It's already dominating performance by Team Abu Dhabi. They are holding the grip here.
Well, Ali Abed is playing the second fiddle, whilst Rohan Mustafa has been the aggressor. 78 kph, that delivery. He's hit one huge, humongous maximum. Rohan Mustafa. Definitely a contender for the player of the match. Walks down but doesn't get the connection right on that occasion. Straight to the fielder Zaman Khan. Rohan will retain strike. 8 overs gone. 63 for 1.
For the first time in the UA, you can measure your ball speed. Test your skills with our state-of-the-art speed radar. Are you ready to break records? Only at the 7 districts. Don't just play. Play fast.
Well, is that a good approach to give it back to Suleiman, who was expensive in the first over? He's a youngster. Not too sure if it's the right move. Probably make some changes. Let Rohan... They need to do something different, failing which Rohan Mustafa will walk away with this game. Another fuller length delivery straight to the fielder.
Just Rizwan, but still they are looking for a wicket. So Suleiman Haider, we saw previous over, Rohan is going after him. So there's always a chance of a wicket as well when you're going behind the bowler.
102 kph. Some words of wisdom from Asif as well, who was a clean hitter of the ball. But they are at the receiving end today. Good connection. Couple of bounces into the fence. He wants to head back home, Rohan Mustafa. To want to finish things quickly for the team. Look at that connection.
The slower one this time pitched back of length, and Rohan playing it over long on mid-on fielder for 4 runs.
Certainly cashing on the power play. Utilizing the field restrictions are the batters of Team Abu Dhabi.
Rohan is the one man who will not hold it back. Again, dancing down the track, playing it towards mid-wicket fence. Yet another boundary.
He's on a mission, isn't it, today? With the ball, picking up 4 wickets, and now with the bat, rising to the occasion and just ensuring he's getting those 2 points on the points table as well as ensuring the net run rate is intact. And Rohan Mustafa is putting up a show.
Yes, he already has done it. And this time again walking down the wicket and playing it straight as an arrow for 4 more runs.
He's toying with the field, Rohan Mustafa. One towards the widest long off, one towards the mid wicket, now straight down the ground. And he's enjoying his time out there. Brilliant stuff from Rohan Mustafa.
Inching towards half century. And we'll have to wait and see if he gets it in this over.
Well, I reckon he will, with the way he's batting. Straight down the ground. This is kite up in the air. Fielder falls short. Well, you've got to take those stars. There was a mix-up between Ghulam Murtaza and the fielder. And Suleiman cannot believe it. It was a half chance. But when you get those half chances, Adil Khan, you've got to take them.
Yes, definitely. They have to take them at this level of the cricket. And Suleiman Haider had his heart in his mouth. Catch it was the call, but it was not to be taken.
Stamping his authority, Rohan Mustafa.
Suleiman Haider, which as we mentioned, is 17-year-old lad, and Rohan Mustafa. At the end of over number 9, Abu Dhabi are 75 for 1.
For the first time in the UA, you can measure your ball speed. Test your skills with our state-of-the-art speed radar. Are you ready to break records? Only at the 7 districts. Don't just play, play fast.
Well, changing the bowling from the far end, it's going to be Hasnan Hassan.
Starts off straight. It has hit Ali Abid on the way. I hope he's alright. And gets off the mark, and that's his 50. Rohan Mustafa with the ball, 4 wickets, and now with the bat has picked up a half century.
What a knock this has been. Sensational batting there by Rohan Mustafa. Scoring 50 of 35 balls. Not wasting any time there. He looks in a hurry to finish the game. What a talent he is. And he has represented UAE at the highest level. And in the domestic as well. He's been phenomenal.
Oh, wayward delivery. That could have gone towards that square leg region. Lucky. It just spun a little more on that occasion. Ali Abid just missing out there. And that would be a wide delivery. Oh, that's turned in really sharp.
That's the one place where they have to be watchful. It was a big turn and it could have easily be chopped onto the stumps by the batsman as well.
Pyrotechnics on display here from Rohan Mustafa. Half tracker, and that's been hit really hard. One bounce into the fence. Ali Abid joins the party.
Well, look at that ball. It was short of length delivery, short pitch shot, and Ali Abid on the front foot, hit towards the mid wicket. One bounce into the rope for more runs. Again, a good ball, little sharp turn onto that one. Misses batsman and the keeper. And that's bias given by the umpire.
Right then, will he charge down the wicket? Will he play with the spin, or will he wait and plays it safe? Hasnain has done well. Yes, he's picked up a boundary, but the rest of the deliveries has been quite spot on. He's got a packed offside field for Rohan Mustafa. Straight down the ground. And into the fence, away she goes towards the offside. Another boundary added to the tally of Rohan Mustafa.
He is giving a lot of time to the batsman. Look at that ball, short of length. Rohan had all the time in the world. Played it straight as an arrow towards the long off fence. 4 runs. And this time, cut it away towards the point fence. The ball is running away towards the fence, and it wins the race, teasing all the way to the fielder. With this, we come to an end of over number 10. Abu Dhabi are 90 for the loss of 1 wicket. That's the signal of the end of power play number 1. Well, it's going to be Asif from the pavilion end to start with. We saw him yesterday. He picked up 4 important wickets against the team Fujairah, and he brought his team back. Is it the right time to introduce Asif, or is it too late? We'll have to wait and see. Asif is one man who just takes the pace off from the ball and makes it hard for the batsman to control. And straight away bowling in the arc of Ali Abid, who launches him over long on for the maximum. What a big hit that was. Look at that shot, bowling it into the arc of Ali Abid, who makes no mistake, playing it over, launches it over long on for the maximum. Again, bowling it full length delivery. Ali Abid played it fearlessly. And again for the maximum. Look at that shot. Playing it over long on for the maximum. Back-to-back sixes for Ali Abid. He joins the party. Can he make the third one? We'll have to wait and see. Again trying over the long on region. And this time cut off by the fielder. That's 2 more to the total. With this, Abu Dhabi reaches to 104. And we are just 14 runs short.
आज तो 7 लड़के नहीं थे फिर भी हम जबरदस्ती लड़ना जिस तरह की विकेट थी ना अच्छी से अच्छी भी बेकार हो जाती बेकार भी अच्छी हो जाती
They came out with a plan, Adil, and they are doing a wonderful job keeping in mind they have very good chance to better their net run rate. Goes inside out through the offside. Some work for the fielder. Good job done. A couple of runs, so now they are in a hurry. And that is how you come out and chase down a modest total.
This is complete domination by Team Abu Dhabi, coming out with some plan, and they are getting it done and dusted for Team Emirates Blues.
A tough day for Blues. Not only with the bat, but also with the ball. Change of pace, rolling his fingers. A valiant effort coming from the fielder at backward deep point. The message is clear. They want to finish this game before 15 overs.
Well, I think it's before 12 overs as we see it now. Mudassar.
Absolutely, they are in a hurry. Look at that, Rohan Mustafa 58 of 37, and joining the party is Ali Abid 38 of just 27, cruising quite well towards that 118 to register another thumping victory in this tournament. A lot of hard work needs to be done by Blues, not having a great run in this tournament.
This time, some respect for the bowler. At the end of over number 11, 107 for 1.
Zaman in. कैसे हो खत्म यार चबाऊ ने ना
Well, changing the bowling again. So, right arm leg spin. Hunan has come into attack. Is it the right time or is it too late?
थोड़ा इधर है ना लाला ई
It took ages for them to get Hunain. Just 11 needed. Young leggy bowling his first over, and all eyes will be on Ali Abid. 12 needed for him to get to his personal milestone. Onto the back foot. What a connection. Fielder station, but no chance. He moves to 44.
Oh, that was nicely played there by Ali Abid. Short of length delivery. Look at that. Short of length delivery. Ali Abid playing it to perfection over the mid-wicket fence. The fielder was not onto the line. Otherwise, the result could have been different.
Two batters complementing each other quite well. In the previous over, we have seen the last ball. It was a rare dot ball played by Rohan Mustafa, keeping in mind Ali Abid is just 12 runs away from his personal milestone. So that is how you get your runs for your team. That is how you get your partner to perform for your team. In the slot, goes straight over the bowler. Is there a chance? Yes, he has been taken, and celebrates Mohsin. Just one hit away from his personal milestone, but he finds the man at the long off.
That's the way he had to go behind the bowler. He hit it for the maximum, but unfortunately, it holds up in the air. And Mohsen with this some dancing moves.
So the young leggy strikes in his first over. Brave enough to give that flight to Ali Abid. Wicket number 2 goes down. Ali Abid. What an entertaining knock comes to an end, managing 44 in just 29 balls with the help of 4 huge maximums and 3 fours.
यार भाई प्लीज यार
Out goes Ali Abid and in comes Basil Hamid. With 113 they have lost Ali Abid. Hunain though he has gone for a maximum, but what a comeback, what a reply by young leggy.
Well, Abid, we see him in previous games as well. He's not afraid to give that flight in the air. And this one, meanwhile, a no ball balled by Hunain.
Quite interestingly, denying that single, Basil Hamid, he wants to enjoy that free hit delivery and will he go after Hunain? He has that free license. So one hit away from registering another win. Not a good connection. So free hit, all he could get is just a single.
Yes, and he wanted to hit it over long off. Just manages to find the fielder there. And it will be Rohan, I think, to play that winning shot.
Three more deliveries left in this over. And my co-commentator, he predicted that this game will be done and dusted before 12 overs. So now it all depends on Rohan Mustafa. But some positive for Blues, the likes of Hunain, bowling his first over, got rid of Ali. Loud appeal. Straight away says not out.
Rohan has shifted his gear. It looks like he's not going behind any bowler now.
He did all the hard work. Now he needs to make sure that he gets those winning runs and takes his team beyond that 118.
This time playing it back over the bowler's head, and it's good fielding out there. Definitely is stopping that boundary.
A long way to go for Hunain. Was quite impressive in the previous season as well. A shorter format. Now he's a regular for Blues. In the slot, is there a chance for the fine leg fielder? And Hunain, oh unlucky, Ghulam Murtaza. What have you did? The young lad Hunain, unfortunate.
This time bowling in, enticing the batsman to play a big shot, getting the outside edge, and Murtaza Ghulam couldn't judge the ball to perfection and went down. The scores are level. Abu Dhabi are 117 for 2.
चलो चले
Inside edge saving Basil Hamid. So it was Hunain in the previous over. Now Zaman bowling from the commentary box and his first over. Good connection in the air, and with that maximum, Abu Dhabi goes past 117 to register a thumping victory against Emirates Blues, registering an 8 wickets win. What a hit. They have outplayed, they have outclassed their opponents in this game. The match number 13 will be remembered. The way Rohan Mustafa bowled in the first innings, got 4 wickets now. Yet again among the runs, remained unbeaten on 59. And a tough day for men in blue.
Yes, definitely a tough day. After winning the toss, they decided to bat first. The decision not paying off. They lost some early wickets, and in the middle it was all Rohan Mustafa and Basil Hamid picking up those 6-7 wickets to fall.
A completed team performance from men in yellow Abu Dhabi. They came out with a plan and they executed the plans quite well. And a tough day for Emirates Blues. They're not having a good run in this 7 districts presence. Emirates D50 powered by Fancode. Not only they went past that 118, but they also made sure to better their net run rate. The happy man, the head coach Rohan, who did a pretty good job. They made quite a few changes at the top of the order, sending Nadeem, but it did not work. But what worked in their favour is Ali Abid and Rohan Mustafa getting those quick runs.
Yes, definitely. And Ali Abid missing on that his personal milestone of 50, scoring 44 of 29 deliveries. Look at that scorecard. Rohan Mustafa scoring unbeaten 59. Nadeem going early, scoring only 1. Ali Abid 44. And in the end it was Basil who scored 8 runs and total 123 in 12.2 overs. 11 extras with those.
A dominating performance by Abu Dhabi, chasing the target in quick time in just 12.2 overs. It was a tough day for bowling unit of Emirates Blues. They have tried plenty of bowlers. 8 bowlers have been used by the captain. Hunain and Mohsin were pick of the bowlers, getting a wicket apiece. The other bowlers tried their best but went for plenty of runs, and it was a cakewalk for Abu Dhabi, winning this match number 13 of the ongoing 7 districts presence Emirates D50 powered by Fancode. So 4 matches played by Abu Dhabi. They registered 3 wins and a loss to their name. A lot of hard work needs to be put in by the Blues, and let's see the highlights of this run chase. The Nadeem was the first casualty. Then it was all about the partnership between Ali Abid and Rohan Mustafa, the left hand right hand combination. They punished each and every bowler of Blues. They went blazing guns. They were always in control. They dictated the terms out there in the middle. The likes of Rohan Mustafa always in an attacking mode with the bat. A true match winner. The way he got those runs and the way he got wickets in the first inning, Adil, surely he'll be the front runner for the player of the match.
Yeah, definitely a contender for the player of the match, and no wonders to that. And what an exceptional talent he is, picking up 4 wickets earlier on and then now scoring a 50 odd runs in just few balls.
And this was a time when Hunain was introduced very late, and he strikes in his first over. He got better of Ali Abid. Then this hit seals the deal for Abu Dhabi. A maximum from Basil Hamid, registering their 3rd win in this ongoing 7 districts presence Emirates D50 powered by Fancode. So it was a game where we have seen Abu Dhabi. They played as a unit. They have outplayed and they have registered a thumping victory. It's time to dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be a post-match presentation of match number 13.
Mic check. Welcome to the post-match presentation of 7 Districts Presents Emirates D50, powered by Fancode 2025 edition. Match number 13, Abu Dhabi taking on Emirates Blues. Emirates Blues winning the toss, opting to bat first, were bundled out for just 117 runs. And in response, Abu Dhabi chased it down in just 12.2 overs. There were quite a few notable performances. Let's talk about the bowling aspect. Ziaur Rahman, then it was Rohan Mustafa picking up 4 wickets, Zia picking up 2 wickets, Basil Hamid 2, and Nadeem as well, and Wahab contributing towards the wicket tally. And it was one man who stood out with the ball and with the bat as well. It was Rohan Mustafa, who will be the player of the match. I would like to invite Mr. Akbar Ali, our match referee, to hand over the player of the match award to Rohan Mustafa for 4 for 35 and 59 of 40. Complete all-round performance today, living up to the expectations of the team. Rohan, congratulations, doing what you do the best. You've been an influential catalyst. Let's talk about the bowling first. You made those changes, restricting them to 117.
First of all, yeah, of course, thanks to Allah. Honestly, when we started the match, as I said, I was very happy to lose the toss because you can't read the wicket easily. But when we start spinner, I think in that time I said we are a little bit late. But the Basil, how he bowled, and he took few wickets, and then from other side Zia started really well for us, and then Bassett came in and he took few wickets. When you take 5-6 wickets up order, then last 4 is not that much difficult, which was easy to get them out. But again, it was very good performance. Even in the field, the guys were really well.
As a skipper, you need to have that peripheral vision, having the technicalities. You made those changes at right times, getting those wickets for the team.
Yeah, of course, when, honestly, when your team is going great and everyone bowl really well, so it's quite easy for them. Why I was changing them, because let them bowl 5-6 overs, let them rest, because, the weather is a little bit hot, so you can't concentrate really well on all the overs. So that was the easy, but the thing was, wicket was very helpful for the spinners, which can't, easily batsmen play, and that's why I restrict them to 118.
Change in plan with the ban. You had Nadeem top of the order. What was the reason behind that?
Honestly, he have a match in ICC, so he have to leave early. So he said, let me bat. We want to chase it as soon as possible, so we can, if we win tomorrow, so we can come first and direct final. So that was also in our plan, and Nadeem, as you know, he played really well.
Coach must be mighty pleased with the effort, chasing it down in just 12.2 overs.
Yes, of course, as we planned it, we were thinking to chase it in 20 overs, but honestly, when I started batting well, so it was quite easy, look easy, and Abid really contributed as well. So, Alhamdulillah, we chased it in 12 overs. Now you're number 1. Hopefully, we win tomorrow and qualify for the final.
One last question, my personal one. Fitness. Talk about your fitness. You're stamping your authority in style here at the D Series. 160 odd runs in the first one, and yet again.
Honestly, there is nothing. As I said, I always say, whenever I come to the ground, I always talk to the juniors. I give 100%. It's not about the fitness. When you come to the ground, you give 100%. Everyone sees, and that is the reason only.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's the player of the match, Rohan Mustafa, who's performed exceptionally well today with his all-round performance. That's all we have from the post-match presentation. Good night and God bless.